Hello there, my name is Rich. I like to talk about animation. Today we talk about cartoon breaking news, especially Villainous. What I mean is, the last couple of days or a week ago, depends when you're watching this time, is that Eddie, the head of the whole fandom of Villainous, he's trying to drop sort of bad news. Everything will be maybe delayed, but he wasn't really 100% sure of his source. But today, something broke, something very interesting and strange that you just sort of curious. One of the things is the fact Eddie sort of got attacked in Instagram account, taking over his channel, and not just him, especially the group that he called Villaintubers. They all his friends actually are villain fans who actually do a little bit of villainous content. Except for Eddie, he's usually his main content, at least 50% of the time. But besides that, they ask him to drop a small image, specifically from Villainous, something like a promotion. We weren't really sure. One by one, drop an image. One by one, something really happened. The first image was basically a sort of crossbow that nobody really understood what was this. Even Eddie was sort of confused. But we found out later each of the group has a small piece of a bigger picture. Each picture actually give you an idea what they all have. But this is the kicker. Something in Instagram, something happened. Every time they get one of them started changing to Virus. You don't know who Virus is. It's a character in the show who basically asks services of Black Hat organization to save him because Virus is exactly what his name is. He's a virus. He's sort of a AI created by people who can't dance. If you don't know that organization, they're sort of connected to Peace. I thought they used to work with Peace till they got tired and frustrated and walked away and decided to do a smaller organization without them. The reason why is because they actually have another organization called People Will Know Hats who intercept inside of the Black Hat organization. But the only problem is Black Hat caught them and basically all the members basically disappeared except for two, and these two members are basically the people who can't dance organization. They're the one who created that Splitter Center organization, dividing themselves from Peace because once again they want vengeance. They want actually something to do to attack Black Cat, something effective and more easier. And this is the reason why they sort of left. But interesting enough, the people who can't dance, they were working on this AI called Virus, but no one really knows. They set up Virus to get sentient or it was sentient before them, and that's the sort of question of Virus. We just don't know what was his sort of main goal or main interest. The only thing we know in the show is the fact he asked services of Black Hat organization to save him, to take him out of Peace and move to a different place. If they do that, he offer his services as change, as a payment now. And that's what Virus comes in. This is the point that Virus attacked the Villaintubers and Eddie's group to attack each of their own channel inside Instagram account. Each one taking over, but interesting enough, Virus did have his own Instagram page. It was sort of weird because every time he did something or dropped something, it was sort of weird things that really doesn't make sense. Something I didn't know a long while. It's just I never really reported because it just didn't make any sense. I mean, there was nothing to say till right now. Because of this, something else happened. What I'm talking about is basically when the Villaintubers dropped all the pieces. If each piece dropped, Virus reappeared and give a small video warning everybody if they continue dropping all the pieces, he will attack. And the VTubers decided to drop the last piece. After the last piece, you see the image. This image is sort of the first leaked image of the villain comic spin-off series, and it's glorious. You basically connected all of them together. See if I can put an image right now. You can see it was beautiful. It's like, whoa. Hey, I'd like to remind you, the comic of Villainous is free promotion, free comics for the show, so fans get hyped up. And this image does not disappoint. I'm hyped to see the issue to finally release. But also leave another question. This leaked image of the new spin-off series of Villainous That means they are gonna drop it because how Eddie reported last week that supposedly everything will be delayed. We don't know this become a decide to plan B. They just decide to do this small storyline just to hype people up a little bit longer or what. But I think it's sort of interesting. But I found it more interesting after Eddie his team Villainous dropped all the images. There another video dropped by Virus, specifically one of the animers called Jerry with the G, that actually dropped a small 45-second video about Virus saying, kind of creepily, we can hear everything, we see everything, we know everything. Stop bothering us, stop searching for us. We will hurt you if we do. And that's it. That's basically the sort of small clip about Virus. But it was done very well. I mean, you hear Virus, his natural, kind of normal tone without any threat sounds. He just sort of sounds a very muted type of character. Till you hear Black Hat voice popping out. You just hear his voice cracking in between Virus' own voice. Like Black Cat is using Virus as sort of like a puppet. Like he possessed Virus to give his sort of announcement. Honestly, I didn't know Black Cat can actually do that. I know he can possess people or living beings, but I didn't know he could actually possess Ashley technology because Black Cat sort of weakness, like a joke weakness, he's very bad at technology, but I guess this is sort of a loophole that he actually can possess Virus because he's sort of a being. So yeah, I feel that's sort of interesting. Of course, anything else, that's the only thing is interesting. We just don't know else. But of course, I hope this sort of notify us that be more content coming out. Maybe was sort of a false information Eddie got last week. We just don't know. But I thought it was sort of fascinating, interesting to talk about if you feel this was sort of interesting to you. But other than that, I really can't say much. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.